All right, let's talk about Matt Stafford of the Los Angeles Rams, the player who was, really good week one. I thought he was actually great week one. Week two, not quite as good. I still thought this was a good performance. He has shown that he is still good at football, certainly, which was a question for some people heading into this season. So we're going to talk about how he played in this game, what he did that was still really good, but also maybe, a nitpick or two and kind of what allowed the 49ers to eventually be the winners of this football game. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump into it. Starting off with the play you see on your screen. This is it's going to be a zone coverage play that the 49ers are in. And, the Rams have the perfect play concept. It's going to be a play action rollout towards the bottom of the screen. This stuff is usually very good against zone coverage. Stafford's going to take the snap. He does roll out and eventually is going to watch how he does. It's a little small thing, but watch how he sets his feet like that. So many young quarterbacks don't do that. So many young quarterbacks just sort of, if they're moving, they throw off balance. Being able to set your feet is such an important aspect of this. Then when he makes the throw, this is not a wide open window at all. In fact, this is a very tight window. However, as you see, it's a beautiful throw, and you're able to get the completion there. And that's kind of always the thing with Stafford, right? Is like, there are more consistent quarterbacks in the league. There are guys who want to, play-by-play basis, like, I don't know, let's take a Kirk Cousins, for example, where Kirk Cousins, definitely play-by-play, tends to be incredibly consistent, but Cousins doesn't make a play like this. That's kind of the thing that elevates Stafford above some of these other kind of quarterbacks that you might consider putting in his tier. Moving on to this play, this is going to be a zone coverage play, and it's just, again, good awareness of knowing when to throw the football, because this is actually, I believe this is quarters coverage that the 49ers are in, but they're set up as though it's going to be cover two, which there isn't a massive difference, but one of the big things that happens is the corners and how far back they play. Watch how when Stafford takes the snap, you see how number 7 for the 49ers here, you see how he's bailing out pretty aggressively. He's quickly getting back, and for Stafford, he just reads this immediately. Again, it's that kind of veteran, high football IQ type of thing to notice this stuff really quickly. As you see, he gets rid of that football quickly, and they're able to pick up a first down. It's simple stuff, but it really is important, and especially when, I've watched some film with some of these younger quarterbacks as well. It's honestly shocking seeing the difference between him and seeing like a younger quarterback, how much better he is. And to be honest, even him and a lot of other veteran quarterbacks, how much better he is at just getting rid of the football quickly, knowing where the ball should go and knowing how to get it there, knowing the concepts, all that stuff, and just going through it quickly. Because again, anyone seeing this could eventually tell you which receiver to throw it to, right? Even if you've never played football in your life, you watch this 20 times and you'll say, oh, he should throw it to that guy. The difficulty is figuring out where to throw it to and throw it quickly, and that's what Stafford can do so well and was doing really well in this game. Like, this play was another impressive one. It's a zone coverage play once again. It's Tutu Atwell's route, which kind of fun to see Tutu Atwell finally do well, where, it's almost like a bit of like a money ball type thing with Atwell. Of everyone kept saying, oh, he's so small, 5'9", 165, he can't be successful. Well, he was successful in college, so why not take a chance? Kind of like that move. But anyway, watch what he's going to do here. Stafford takes the snap, he's going to look in that direction, he's going to fire in that direction, and it's not wide open. This is not one of those, oh my god, how do you, that's an easy throw, anyone can make it type of play. And in fact, it's not even one I would say a quarterback should make. This is a difficult throw. This is one where the best quarterbacks should make this one, and even if they don't, you kind of understand it, right? Like if Mahomes misses this, you say, yeah, that was tough. But look at that throw from Stafford. Also, great job by Tutu Atwell as well. Good stuff from both of them, but, really good throw from Stafford. These are the kind of things that he's capable of. He can just make this type of thing happen. Like this one as well. It's going to be a zone coverage play that the Niners are in once again. They play a lot of zone, if you haven't picked up on that. And it's a good concept once again as well, where you have a receiver kind of going to be running more of a shallower route to get a 49er player to move in. You then have another receiver running more of an out route underneath the deep corner, hopefully can get open. Watch Stafford take the snap, and he's throwing to the biggest superstar in football, Puka Nacua, who, I want to be clear, isn't just getting a lot of stats, is actively playing good football. Like, once Cooper Kupp gets back, they legit have like 2 or 3 good, I think they have 3 good receivers. I really do. I think the Rams, I feel really differently about how I view the Rams, largely due to Nacua and Atwell and how well they're playing, assuming they're going to continue playing this well, which I'm going to assume they will. You see him open, still a tough throw though, but watch this throw from Stafford. Really well done, away from the defensive back. Unfortunately, this is the one low light in Puka Nakua's career so far, I think, was that throw. Other than that, it was really well done by Stafford. And again, I evaluate the quarterback. I don't evaluate what happens. If you make a good throw and it's dropped, then you made a good throw. If you make a bad throw and a receiver makes a good catch, then you made a bad throw. That's simply how I view it. But that was a good throw from Stafford, for sure. I said I was going to bring up the negatives. You know, he did throw 2 picks in this game. The first one wasn't really his fault at all, actually. It was off your receiver's hands. What are you going to do? The second one, though, this is an error by Stafford. And it's an understandable one. It's a 3rd down and 5. You are down 7 points, but there's still 5 minutes left. So it's like, okay, you are at the point where taking a chance or two is acceptable. At the same time, though, like if you turn the ball over, San Francisco is in field goal range, you're basically icing the game for them. Your defense has played all right this game. I would say, solid this game at the very least. So you don't want to just not give them a chance to give you another chance, right? Going to be man coverage this time. Hey, look at that. They can play man coverage. One-on-one matchup on the outside is where Stafford is going to eventually look towards. It's Van Jefferson, who, I like as a receiver. I don't know if he's a star. He might be their 4th best receiver at this point, but I like him enough. I don't think it's a terrible idea to, given the route concept and everything, look in that direction. As you see, Stafford's going to eventually get over in that direction. He still isn't there now, actually, but you see kind of why Stafford wants to make this throw, because of the fact that Jefferson does have the inside leverage and is cutting to the inside, but the reality is there's just no separation here. I don't know. This is a dangerous throw. And as you see, the defender for San Francisco on that play just jumps the route. He ends up getting the interception, and that iced the game. So, again, it's one of those where it's like, I get it. I really do. And, it's worth mentioning, it's De'Mondre Lenoir. He is the guy who, was against Jefferson, which it's not exactly their superstar corner, right? That's a fine player to try in that scenario. So I do get it. But just, like I said, it was an error from Stafford, and it happened at the worst possible game. But at the worst possible time in the game. But as a whole, it was a good performance from Stafford. I thought he played really well. He's, to me, shown that he is, I don't know, is calling him an MVP candidate through 2 weeks too hot of a take? Like, is it possible to say that he is the best quarterback in the NFC? I don't think that's crazy to say whatsoever. If it was baseball and you had the MVP for both leagues, I think you maybe would consider Stafford as the MVP candidate for that league right now. He is playing really good football through 2 weeks, in my opinion. Again, not quite as good this week as week 1, but he's Stafford. He's going to have his ups. He's going to have his downs, but the good outweighs the bad. We already know that. So, yeah, I've been really impressed with Stafford so far, and he's just one of those guys where he's just fun to watch tape of. Whether he's good or bad, whether it's his best game or his worst game, it's always an interesting game, and there's usually more good than bad. That's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from y'all, and of course, as always, thanks for watching.